Maria Caparas. First started working in chat centers where Filipino women sort of strip off and talk to foreigners. And at some stage, we don't know when, but clearly a light bulb went on and she realized how she could turn this to her advantage. Have a group of young people who were carrying out these crimes of sextortion and extorting money from people through Facebook and getting large sums of money out of it.
Basically, they use social media a lot. So they would troll these social media websites and then interact with people, and they're fishing for potential prey.
Thank you very much for joining again, everybody. My name is Mario Brooks. This is Digital Defenders, and today, Steve Gutierrez, camera specialist. He's been with Digital Forensics for 1 year and caught more than 200 criminals.
Hi everybody, how you doing?
We have an interesting topic today because we're going to talk about a very famous person in the world of cybercrime, which is Maria Caparas.
One of the most conniving, slick, intelligent people you could probably ever come around.
For those who don't know Maria Caparas, she was born in the Philippines in Manila. She had a mentor, and she not only started extorting people, but she invented the trend of having criminal sextortion organizations. She had a lot of ways to getting into the websites and extorting people. Let's start with the apps that she used.
Facebook, Telegram, WhatsApp, even eBay, Amazon, places like this. And she just used these to manipulate, to get into your life, to kind of see what you liked and what you didn't like, and pretty much mirror you and use it against you to get your guards down, to start a conversation with her. And from there, it's kind of a sad story from there.
She kept updating herself, right? Because she was jumping from one side to the other. The more famous it got, the more she attacked it.
Absolutely. I mean, it's because digital technology is something that can't lie, but if you don't have a firm like Digital Defenders that could actually help you, it's hard to track down these locations, how they're moving, what services they're using, and how to basically just pinpoint exactly, where they're at, right? So it's kind of finding a needle in the haystack, but our guys and girls are second to none here.
Meron ako doon nakasama, 17 years old lang.
That's the age bracket that normally that we were able to arrest in sextortion, because they know a lot about computers.
Teenagers, give them 300 to 500 a day, and it will suffice for them.
She was a genius in terms of educating herself and others, right? She was one of the first ones who started using mimicking and love bombing for criminals. She used a lot of encryption, and she studied the privacy terms on the apps to remain anonymous. This one was one of the biggest challenges for law enforcement, which made the whole thing require international collaboration.
Right, because when a victim tells us if it's Maria, then her name is Deborah, then Susan, we're looking for Deborah and Susan, right? So she's bouncing around using different names, different platforms, knowing how to manipulate the privacy settings, knowing the ins and outs of the actual procedures to manipulate and police alike, and obviously the victims as well.
Some police departments in the US were noticing that some reports were so similar that they started treating this criminal as one. And then they got a call from the UK saying, hey, I think we're looking exactly for the same person.
It's easy to get caught like that. But she was a little bit more smarter than that, a lot more sophisticated. But when a lot of reports start coming in about the same tactics, same profiles, using different pictures, but kind of the same similar story, law enforcement corroborated together on the international level, and we was able to pinpoint where she was at and go after her that way. This got all the way up to the CIA, FBI, which helped us out, because you have to think these places, they attract tourist dollars, and she's not paying taxes. So there's a lot of different things that go into the sophistication of these crimes, because these people are manipulating law enforcement, monies, destroying people's lives, and law enforcement would try to do anything possible to help any kind of citizen out in any situation like that.
Yes, Maria now proved to be seriously sneaky when we're talking about her operation. Every time there were raids or anything, she knew about them and she kept on the move.
People tip her off. She has intelligence, not full-blown intelligence or a mole or anything like that, but she kind of knows when it's time to pull the plug on this operation and go to another safe house or stash house, pretty much in the same neighborhood sometimes or other countries. And she has a pretty much plug and go system, and she always has all of the clientele, all of the data that she needs to start right back up the next day. It didn't take her a week.
May tao na isa na magkiklaim ng pera, tapos pag na-claim na yung pera, sasabihin sa akin, for example, through tawag or text, chat, napapadala yung pera through fake ID. Dahil sa blackmail, nakapagpatayo nga siya ng bahay, gano'n. Tapos nakapag-branch siya ng sariling Western Union para lang dun na kumuha ng pera yung mga tao.
Western Union let her receive monies and funds from her victims, and at the same time, at her demise, Western Union turned around and helped the CIA, the FBI, and digital defenders companies like us locate these people, because someone has to go pick up the money, right? So they have to have ID. And usually they're a pawn in this, or they're coerced to do this. They're pretty much bottom feeders, as we would call them, or low on the totem pole. They get paid peanuts to do this, while these people sit back in luxury and manipulate these people. Then we can look at, previous criminal records, educational records, family's information, anything that you can possibly think of. We do a extensive background check on this individual. We pull up every type of record, every resource that we can possibly have, especially with the help of the FBI and CIA, which collaborated with us and found out a lot more than she wanted us to say it like that.
Two things that I want to highlight from her operation, which were things that we hadn't seen in the past, is the fact that not only she had a very large stash of fake IDs,
right,
but the fact that all the content that she was sharing and everything was pre-recorded. This is not something that she stole from someone else. She actually paid people to record the...
Right. Our first concern was she was victimizing people, getting money from them, getting images and videos that name like an imaging, and use it to commit other crimes. But she had an extensive catalog, if you would call it, of videos, pictures of the enticing kind that any average man would fall victim to. So if you like golf, she'll talk about golf. If you like to go to the hockey game, she'll talk about hockey. Talk about kids and if you have kids and she's not able to have kids. So she gets you into that. Like I said in the beginning, take your wall down, your defenses, and next thing you know, you're sending money. Or the worst case scenario, she's holding this over your head and has your boss information or your wife's information, and can definitely destroy lives like that.
The CIA and the FBI found that was really disturbing was the fact that she had cataloged these things. The pre-recorded content was cataloged by name.
By name.
She was an expert in lockbox.
Yes.
The scripts that she wrote for that. After that, the extreme amount of sexuality that she would involve in the conversation.
Oh yeah, I mean, it took her not that long after she knew she had you on the hooks. Oh, hey baby, hey honey, love bombing, and then, oh, you want to play a game. And that's the worst game you can play with a person like this, because sometimes the people don't even know they're being recorded.
Now, what do you advise our audience to protect themselves?
Make sure you update your privacy settings, two-step identification processing with a code sent to your email or your mobile device or your tablet to make sure that it's you. Everybody's familiar with that. Google uses this technology, Yahoo as well. Don't click on links that you don't know, accept friend requests from people that you don't know, especially with 0 followers and they have 500 followers. A lot of these people have no followers, no pictures, and that's a dead giveaway as well.
Another thing that I want to mention is the fact that you can verify the identity of these people that you're talking to very easily now, right? We can do reverse image search. You can also ask for a video chat. If the person doesn't want to do a video chat, that's a huge red flag.
That's a huge red flag. I mean, you just met someone and they want to video chat with you. That's just a no-no. I mean, just block those people right away.
Companies like us are super necessary because law enforcement can do their stuff.
And what we basically do is we find out who, why, what, and where, and an expeditionary amount of time to cut off the faucet, so to speak, before it just overfloods the person emotionally, financially. We make sure that we can, locate, find these individuals as quick as possible to get some relief and stress off the individual as well.
After we do all those things, you as a victim is and as our client as well, are going to receive a comprehensive report with all the things that we did, all
Absolutely.
that we found out, right?
Absolutely.
And we're not only going to stop there, because we're also going to send all the information we gathered from this criminal to the respective police departments, so they can be in the know about. The success rate that we have is quite high, which is compared to the police, like a very vast difference. Well, I want to thank you, first of all, for being here. Now, for you, the viewer, the potential victim or the victim, if you are in this situation, don't hesitate to contact
Absolutely.
at 800-849-6515.
The website is www.digitalforensics.com. I repeat that. That's www.digitalforensics.com. You can reach us by email, phone, or text.
The last thing I'm going to say is to remind you to subscribe to our channel. This information could help you, or it could help someone you know from a terrible ending. So please subscribe to our channel. Thank you again for being on the show.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. And I'll be seeing you in the next episode of Digital Defenders. Until next time.